What's up? It's me, Haley Jones, and I am here with Becca Henry, and we are at the Valley Flower Farm, which is so cool. And actually, you can see behind us. So is this where people pick flowers behind us, or?
Oh yeah, that's the main you pick field.
Okay, so cool, and it's beautiful. And also, I'm like, I need flower lessons because I think I kill every plant.
Listen, my mom said that to me when I decided to go on this adventure.
Yeah, really?
She's like, Rebecca, you kill your houseplant.
Oh, stop! Are you serious?
I'm like, well, it wasn't my job to keep them alive.
Yeah. So, okay, so now it's like you have to. I know. My mom would be like, no,
all it takes is a lot of hard work.
Let's do just a little bit of rapid fire so we can get to know you a little better. Okay, so what is the most overrated flower?
People are gonna hate me for this. Peony.
Oh, really? Why is it overrated?
Well, I think it's vase life.
Oh,
it's great for weddings.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Good resale for sure.
Yeah.
Coveted.
Okay, yeah.
But if you want to keep it a long time,
not so much. Okay, what's the most underrated flower?
Zinnia.
Really?
People think they're so common, but to me, and they are common, they're not hard to grow at all. Anybody can grow them, but they are workhorses. I mean,
really?
They pump out blooms all summer long. They're easy and they're beautiful. You can't go wrong. There's so many different varieties.
Okay, I have to confess to you. I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. I'll show you. I'll show you later.
Well, she'll show me later. Okay, tell us, do you prefer coffee or tea?
Oh, tea.
Tea, like
do not drink
black
coffee
tea or green tea, or?
I like green tea.
No coffee at all?
Mm-mm.
Like your whole life?
No, I just don't enjoy the taste. I can't do it. I've tried because I do have to have caffeine.
Yeah. I love coffee. Okay. Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
Are you a sports fan?
Football.
Who's your team?
Well, now it's the Vols. I grew up in Mississippi State, but we're not ever good in football. I went to Mississippi State, so I'll always be a Bulldog.
Yeah, okay. When did you come to Knoxville?
Last June. So we haven't been here too long.
Okay, so do you feel, are you converted then to a Vol fan? Like,
well, my husband has always been a big Vol fan, and my in-laws are completely psychotic about it. I mean, I think my father
don't know anything about that.
It's been orange every day from head to toe. Since I've been with that side of the family, I mean, it kind of grew on me. And then, of course, you move here, and it's just like
everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the farm itself. So tell us about the farm, what it is, how it got here. I was reading in your bio that like you're a serial entrepreneur. And then I just found out you used to be a high school teacher, which I used to be a high school teacher. So anyways, okay, tell us, like, how did we get here?
That's a long story, but the short version I would say...
You can give us the cliff notes.
Okay, the short version I would say is just, last year when we decided to move, I just knew I wanted, like, a big lifestyle change. So I took a good 6 months to just listen to myself.
Oh, wow.
I knew I didn't want to go back to something traditional, and I love the process of starting a new business. So it took me a little while to figure out kind of what I wanted to do here. We had bought this land, and I just wanted to be out here every day.
Yeah.
I just couldn't imagine going back to, I owned a boutique for 15 years, and I just did not want to do retail in my 50s. And I just wanted to be outside and thinking about middle age and what I want to do into retirement. And originally I had thought I might want to grow vegetables. I had grew up farming in Mississippi in the summers with my grandparents. They did vegetables and produce, and they had orchards.
So this has literally been like a year. You said you've come here. So how did you get, like, so this happened in a year?
Yes, it did.
I'm like, how does that work? I mean, when did you, so you got here in June or whatever.
Yes.
Did you immediately start, oh no, you took 6 months. How does this work?
Yeah, so I took the time before we moved here when I knew I was going to close my business. Yeah. So we moved in June, but I was still going back and forth. Oh, wow. Gosh. So I had taken that, probably 6 to 8 months before we moved to think, okay, what do you want to do when you get there? Because I'm not the type of person that can sit still. So I knew I did not want to come here with no plan. So I just started doing my research while I was over there. Took some online courses. Actually took a farming course in Asheville, North Carolina.
Okay.
From Flourish Flower Farm, who honestly, that was the first book. Nikki Irving over there, she had written a book, and that was the first book I had read on flower farming, and it really just lit a fire. I came here and just started based on her tips in the book,
Right.
and just figured it out.
So how do you decide like what gets planted? Is it based on like the seed? You know what I'm saying? How does that work?
So you have to look at your hardiness zone. We're in 7B, and lots of things won't grow here, so you just have to research each flower that you think you want to grow, and then you have to get your timing correct. You can't just throw them out there whenever. So these are all annuals, which means they're going to die when the frost comes, and they won't grow back.
Okay.
So I'll have to replant all of these.
Okay.
There are probably 20,000 plants out there.
No big deal.
And they were all grown from seed.
Is there anything that you're like, I made this huge mistake at the beginning that like was a major like lesson learned?
Oh, everything. Everything.
I guess that's
if there was a mistake to be made, I made it. Yeah, everything. I would say the biggest mistake I have made this season would be my staking. I did not net and stake. I think I should have probably netted every 10 feet, and I didn't. And so the first couple storms we had, well, I think I did maybe 25 feet.
Okay.
So the first few storms we had, took out a few rows. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, so the netting, what does the netting do?
It holds the plants in place for wind, rain, heavy rain, because they get top heavy.
Yeah.
The blooms are at the top, and so everything under is just kind of
like shifting.
The netting was a big deal. Oh, the deer fencing was a huge deal. Big mistake.
Like not done, or what do you mean?
I did it. I just didn't do it efficiently. I think so. It took a while to figure out. Deer have a problem with depth perception. So my fence was just one row all the way around the field. Yeah. And then I heard from another farmer friend, Nikki. That I needed to layer my fencing. So, and then it wasn't high enough. They can jump over 6 feet. So I've done everything you can think of with those deer. Gosh. There's Irish Spring soap in the field.
Who would have thought?
Yeah. So the deer, I battled the deer probably the first few months because I would come out and my whole row would be eaten. Yeah. So, a week's work would be gone in a few hours.
Oh my gosh.
So that was trying. That was challenging. That's probably been the biggest two problems I've faced.
Okay. Yeah. So tell us, like, what all does the farm offer? Like, I know you have where people can come and pick flowers, I think Fridays and Sundays in September right now, the Sundays. So as we're making this in September 2024. So, check the website or social whenever you're watching this. But so tell us kind of like what you offer.
Okay, so I had started going to farmers market in the beginning, and I'll probably do that again in the spring because the field will not be full for you pick. Yeah. But with our kids, we have 5 kids. The schedule.
You're busy.
The scheduling was just hard on me. Getting to farmers markets 30 minutes away every week, usually 3 or 4 days a week. Yeah. And so I decided to open the farm up for you pick, so people could just come to me, and that took off the first few weeks and really worked out well. So people can come out on Fridays from 10 to 8. Okay. And pick whatever they want out of the field. I'm usually standing over there making bouquets all day that I stock in a cart over by the farm shed. Yeah. And some people, it's too hot to pick for some people, so they like to just come in, see the farm, take a photo, and grab a bouquet and go. But for the people that want to pick, which is the bulk, the majority of people that are coming on Friday, it's $2 a stem, $5 admission, and they pick whatever they want. And then if they want me to arrange for them, I do that. Otherwise, they just take it home in a market wrap. Lots of people like to stay and hang out, play cornhole. The music's going, and the snack shack is open from 5 to 8 on Fridays, and then all day on Sunday. So they serve sandwiches and Irvy's ice cream, and sometimes Daisy comes out, and we hang out with her mobile bar, and it's just a fun time. So that happens every Friday and Sunday. Other than that, the farm stays rented.
Oh, wow.
A lot for photo sessions. So people book online. A photo session is an hour, and they.
Is that like engagement sessions? Like what all do people do?
We've had maternity sessions out here.
Oh, I think that's
We've had anniversary
Yeah.
sessions out here. We also do you pick date nights.
Oh,
So
that's cute.
Yeah, they can rent a farm, bring a picnic, bring a bottle of wine, or if they want to do the upgraded experience, I provide a charcuterie board and some wine and the whole picnic setting and music, and
That's smart.
we turn the lights on the field, and
That's
they
so
can
smart.
pick and have their picnic and hang out.
Yeah.
That's fun. So we do the date night you picks, the photo sessions, and then we have like private you picks or group you picks. There's a corporate event next week here.
Okay.
So businesses, they'll just kind of bring their, bring, just as a team building or fun night out for their employees.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that.
Yeah. Thanks.
It's so, I feel like flowers are pretty much universal. Like,
Yes.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, they surpass boundaries for sure, and they're just a source of comfort and joy and pride and hope
Yeah.
for everyone, universally.
Yeah, right. So do you have subscriptions too or no?
Oh, yeah. I do summer, spring, and then kind of midway, and then summer, and a fall. So in the spring, I'll have tulips and narcissus in our subscriptions, and then it switches over to annuals, and then, into the fall we have different. So it's a different.
Yeah, different depends on the season.
Right, yeah.
So then for the subscriptions, do people like come pick them up? Are they delivered?
I deliver.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I deliver.
How do you do all this? I'm like, what is your calendar? Your calendar must be like this minute this minute this.
I can only do one day at a time.
Ugh,
I can only think about what I have to do for the day.
Yeah.
I mean, I have to, of course, plan too.
Right.
Like this is lavender. This in front of us is a lavender field that I just put in this week.
Wow.
So eventually that'll be lavender, and there'll be a peony field in the back. So I have plans.
Oh my gosh. So if you think about yourself like a year ago and where you are now, 1 year in, like, what are you like, yes, that is awesome. And then like, where do you want to be, next year?
Looking back on what I've accomplished,
I mean,
some days I can't believe it myself.
Yeah.
And next year, in the years to come, I want to be able to find my niche.
yeah.
Because right now, I feel like I'm just throwing darts.
This.
Yeah. Just to see what I love, what I don't love. I want to get more into designing later, I think. Right now, it's just me. I'm a one-man band, so I don't really have time for design.
Yeah, design, like, you mean bouquets, or what do you mean?
I mean, like, weddings maybe, or...
yeah, okay.
I'm not sure yet.
Yeah.
Right now, my design extends to the flower cart
Yeah.
that I stock every day. I have a boutique that I stock weekly in town if people don't want to drive out.
Okay.
And then just arrangements that people order online.
And also, side note, your, like, swag, her overalls are branded, her hat is branded. Okay, that's design too, by the way. But anyways, I'm like, oh my god, so cool.
Thank you.
But yeah. So more into kind of designing stuff.
I would like to, I think. Right now, the bulk of my time is spent farming. There's no time for anything else.
So you
Just
said you
keeping
have
the field
5
up.
kids. Did they come out here and help you, or like?
Actually, my son planted probably half of that lavender with me on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sunday morning we came out because I had to get it in the ground. And yeah, he helped me. My daughter, she usually puts stickers on my merch, and she does a little bit of that for me. But yeah, they help when they can.
That's so cool.
The older one, he comes out twice a week and mows and weed eats and kind of helps me keep the grounds up. The 16-year-old.
Okay.
The other 2 are in college, so they get a pass.
I guess I get a pass. Yeah. Okay, so like who comes the most? Is it all women? Is it like families?
No, I've been so shocked. So the flower cart, 90% men.
Really?
Because I think it's because I stock it in the mornings and I put it up at dusk.
Yeah.
And they don't have to go inside anywhere or talk to anyone on the phone. They don't have to call a florist. They don't have to go inside the grocery to grab a bouquet. They pull up, grab their bouquet, then mow me, and they're out. And I
honestly
have regulars out there.
Really?
Yeah. Last week, I had sold out, but I had a few more in the cooler, and I was up here working, and I saw one of my regular men pull up, and he came walking up frantic. He's like, I can't go home without them. I'll go to the cooler and grab you one.
Hold on.
Yeah.
That is
So
cool.
it's a lot of men that pull up out there that their wives have just forwarded them a link, or there's a lot of construction going on out here.
Yeah.
So the road out here is honestly pretty busy. So it's people just grabbing and going.
That's brilliant, actually.
So the men do that.
Yeah.
But U-Pick is a lot of families. In the mornings, it will be moms with their toddlers.
Yeah. Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Just trying to get them out of the house and waste a few hours, and they get to take home beautiful flowers and the kids run around.
Right.
So I have a lot of that in the morning time during the week. In the evenings, it's a lot of dates. A lot of dates. And it's honestly college level, I would think.
Yeah.
Guys coming out with their, younger, a lot of dates.
I feel like that's a very sophisticated date.
Yeah, they do it. The boys,
That's cool.
good. These guys are.
Yeah, no, I'm like, kudos to you.
Yeah, I think the girls are seeing maybe a TikTok or something on Instagram, and so they're like, hey, let's go do this, and lots of dates. It's the bulk on Fridays is dates, and I have had girl groups.
Yeah. Okay, so what happens in the winter? Like, will you? You know what I mean?
I'm closing down at the end of September.
Okay.
I'm not extending. I originally thought, well, I'll just stay till the frost gets me.
Yeah.
But these 12 to 15 hour days have not slowed down for me. And I just am I can feel myself getting burned out.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got to start planting next week for spring in the field. So I have to start flipping the field and planting for spring already. So,
gosh. So if you see that now, it'll be ready in April, March?
Yeah. Okay. March, April, May. Okay. Yeah. So I'll have that, what I plant in September, October, and a little bit in November. I'll plant poppies in November.
Okay.
I'll have that March, April, May, and then this all starts in June.
Wow.
So I'll usually have this from June to October.
Okay.
It'll be
so
annual.
These are the flowers like that are in the summer, I guess.
Right. These are all summer annuals.
Okay.
These first couple of rows that are empty were spring that I just had to rip out.
Okay. Wow. That's like it's like crazy to think that you're already really like into spring of next year.
I know. So I feel like I want to be able to replicate this for everybody.
Right.
So I feel like I need a vacation. And my kids haven't had a vacation
needs a minute. Yeah, right.
So I'm going to stop Farm Shed Friday and Sunday Fun Day at the end of September. Okay. And I'll just be doing the cart, my boutique in town, any special orders, and I'll still be renting the farm out for date night U-Picks, private U-Picks, things like that. I just won't be doing the regular U-Picks on Friday and Sunday.
Okay. So where are they at? What boutique is it at?
They're at Southern Valley.
Okay.
Southern Valley on Hardin Valley Road.
Okay, so if people want to find you, where would you tell them to go? The website, Instagram, like what's the best place to get in touch and learn more and explore?
So Instagram is probably where I'm most active. Mm-hmm. I have a Facebook, but I'm really a little more active on the Instagram. So it's Valley Flower Farm. The website is valleyflowerfarm.us. Anything can be purchased directly from the website. Mm-hmm. All the sessions can be booked on the website. But my up-to-date information, I would say, is on Instagram and Facebook.
And I think your website, I think is really thorough. So definitely, I think it's a good resource just to get some ideas. And then I think your Instagram is like, I mean, there's this one, you got to go watch this one story on there or reel or whatever it is, where you're like the benefits of flowers. Oh. I love that.
And actually, my neighbor, taught me a little bit of that because his wife has dementia. Okay. And so they used to have a garden, a big garden. So when we first moved out here and he saw me working, he came down and told me that they used to have a garden and asked if he could bring her. Yeah. And so he comes down here at nighttime a lot, probably 2 or 3 days a week when I'm out here closing up. He'll come out and bring her and walk her through the flowers because he feels like it helps her, jogs her memory a little bit. So
So let's take a hard right turn, and just quickly talk about like being in East Tennessee. I know you moved from Memphis, you're from Mississippi. So what's been your experience so far in Knoxville? If someone's thinking about like, should I come, should I not?
Oh my goodness, it's all positive. I shouldn't say that because everyone is moving here. I know everyone is moving here, but this is where we will be. We will never be anywhere else.
Really?
I mean, this is it.
Is it because like the farm? Is it because
all of it?
Tennessee
it's the
football?
Culture. It's the culture here. It's
Yeah.
contagious. Everyone is so kind. It feels a lot like Mississippi to me.
Yeah.
Memphis, I think, was a little too stuffy and just city.
Yeah.
We're out here, it's a lot more rural, but 20 minutes you're downtown and you have access to everything. And I love downtown Knoxville. I just feel like it's so quaint and the vibe here is the best.
I love
East Tennessee. Yeah, we fell in love. The water here is amazing. We're on Melton Hill Lake right here. The water is so clean and it's so quiet out here. I mean, it's just peaceful. It's heaven. Little piece of heaven.
She said the H word. She said heaven.
It's true. It is so true.
So if you're going out on a date night, like where would you go for a date night in Knoxville? Like
Valley Flower Farm.
Obviously.
Honestly, I have told my husband, there's a lot of dates out here and we have not had one.
Yeah, come on, man.
Needs to get on it.
Like restaurant wise, like any places that you're like, you got to go try this, you got to go there.
Oh,
like,
there's so many.
I know.
There's so many.
I know.
I love Vita.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I love Vita. Point B, though, I have just discovered, and I'm such a fan. We've been 3 weekends in a row. I'm like, I have to try the whole menu.
Every board they have. Yes. So good.
Yes,
so that's off Ebenezer.
Sure.
Yeah, that's like Cedar Bluff, Ebenezer. You got to go Point B, and then Vita's like the old city. But yeah.
Yeah, I love Vita. I love Osteria Stella.
Yes.
Happy. I love everything over there.
You're saying everything I like.
I love it all.
Well, I guess Vita's the one on Gay Street, right? And Keffy's in the old city. Yeah. Okay.
Keffy's in the old city. Vita's on Gay,
Oh my gosh.
The food here is crazy. And I came from Memphis, so you know.
And there's good food in Memphis.
Good food in Memphis.
Yes, for sure.
So, but
is there anything that you've missed that you're like, we need this?
I feel like the Hardin Valley area and Farragut could maybe use some more cultured restaurants.
Agreed.
Local feel.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of that is more like Bearden and downtown.
Yeah.
Versus there's more like chainy.
Yeah, and we're growing out here, so I'm sure it's coming.
Right.
I love the shopping in Memphis and Germantown in the Saddle Creek area.
Yeah.
Turkey Creek, of course, you have good shops there, but there's a lot more local shops.
Yes.
Now, of course, you have that downtown in Knoxville.
Right.
I mean,
yeah, downtown
can't beat
Knoxville
that
for sure.
You can't beat that.
And then this is a very odd question, but I've gotten this multiple times. Okay.
What?
So I have multiple clients that are afraid of Hardin Valley because they're worried about. This is so awful.
I've heard that.
They're worried about Oak Ridge and like nuclear.
Well, I will say.
Are you worried about that?
Well, we are on it.
I know. Well, it's like there.
Yeah, my backyard is the lab.
Yes. Yeah.
Because we're on Melton Hill, and that's where the. No, I don't think of that.
I know. Well, I'm always like, the first time someone asked me that, they're like, aren't you afraid, like, that, you know, what happens if there's like a nuclear war or whatever? I'm like, well, we're either in the worst place or the best place, and either way, like, no one's gonna even know.
I like to go with the best. I'm like, we're the place they're gonna want to keep the safest.
Yeah.
Or we're the place that they're gonna want to come first.
Yeah. So, and then if they do, you're not gonna know. So
I've got a basement though. I've got.
She's like, we're ready.
Yeah, you can't think.
I know. See.
You gotta live your life.
Hear it from someone who's literally across the water.
I am across the water from Oak Ridge.
Which I grew up in Knoxville. Like, I was born in Memphis.
Hometown girl.
Yeah. So I grew up here, and I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
And then I came. It's a long story, but it's never crossed my mind that but it makes sense though. But I feel like people get so scared over like things, but I just think you need to come here first.
I have had that question, but we didn't even take that into consideration, honestly. We were happy because TVA owns that land.
So no one's building. Yeah.
No one's building out here.
Super smart. Yeah. That's a super smart way to look at it. Okay, is there anything that I have not asked you about the farm, about anything that you're like, you should have asked me this, people need to know this?
Not that I can think of. I think You covered it all.
I tried to.
Yeah, you did a good job. Perfect.
Except those intros.
We're gonna edit off.
Yeah,
that
don't worry. Okay.
It's so good to have you.
Yeah, thank you. This is literally so cool, and it's like it's cool to see because you can you can see the work, like it's just all here. Do you know what I mean? And I just think that's so cool. And it's what's so funny, I think sometimes is like, just speaking about business and like my own self, like with business, I'm always like overcomplicating things, like, but it's like these are flowers and like it's thriving.
Lots of people, I mean, I have heard that I am more ready, fire, and then aim.
Yes. Which is what you have to be, I feel, right?
Yeah.
Rather
I feel
than
like
just like this, that. Oh, I don't
lot
know.
of times that is the heart of being an entrepreneur.
Right.
Just somebody has to step out there and take the chances.
Right.
And you never know. I mean, I just don't think mistakes, I don't count them as mistakes.
Right.
I really don't.
Yeah.
It's just about growing, learning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
You just got to step out there. Comfort is a slow death.
Oh. Dropping the knowledge over here at the farm this
That's the way I feel.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. That's
This is definitely not comfortable.
Well, you're killing it. So
Thank
you so much.
I'm so glad you came.
Yes, it's
Nice
awesome.
to meet you.
Yes, you too. See you guys next time.